So should there be a way to ensure killers like Turcotte, who are found not criminally responsible, serve longer terms than he has? Some Ottawa politicians are convinced there is a way. Mike Lacouture is looking into that for us tonight. Mike?
Well, Donna, rarely do ministers or senators comment on the release of a patient from a psychiatric hospital. But the Turcotte case has the Conservatives vowing they're going to change the way we deal with similar cases.
Isabelle Gaston deserves better than this. The system has failed her.
Standing with a senator who has devoted the last decade of his life to defending victims' rights, Minister James Moore expressed what many across this country feel. There are similar feelings when Alan Schoenborn was found not criminally responsible for stabbing his 3 children to death. And Moore says these types of incidents explain why his government wants the criminal system to focus more on victims.
They're not consulted on what kind of safety measures are put in place for those families so that they can feel safe in their community when somebody might be released on a day pass or have access to the community. Frankly, the victim is forgotten.
Now, the difficulty, especially in this case, is that Guy Turcotte was found not criminally responsible due to mental illness, so he's not a criminal, which means Isabelle Gaston is not considered a victim in the eyes of the law. And this law professor explains that makes it difficult to change the legislation.
If you don't have a conviction to work with, then setting up blanket rules as to what's going to happen to that person is very difficult and arguably would be unconstitutional.
Now, the Conservatives are still working on their proposed changes, but it's unclear exactly how they'll solve the problem.
What kind of risk we're going to accept for the victim, for the society, is that kind of reflection that we're going to make.
No, opposition critics point out this is the second time in less than a month that the Conservatives have talked about tabling such a bill. And the NDP says it looks forward to reviewing the legislation when it's finally tabled. Donna?
Mike, thanks.